It's time for another Live Happier Q&A. And today's question comes from Melanie. And Melanie asks, do you think the ability, or lack of, to accept compliments or praise has any causative relationship with living happier? And do you have any tips for how to become more skilled at accepting compliments or praise? Thanks for the question, Melanie. And I would actually say, yeah, I think that one of the reasons that I would connect accepting compliments and praise with living happier is not because, getting compliments and praise helps us live happier, but because if you cannot accept compliments and praise, that's usually a sign of there's some unworthy message playing in your head, and that unworthy message is what will hurt us from living happier. So what happens, I think, growing up is we get a lot of messages around being respectful and being modest and not being too prideful and not being boastful. And so when someone gives us a compliment, those messages come up and we immediately start thinking, no, don't call me out. The sweater isn't that great, or I didn't do that great of a job. And we try to rebuff it. And what happens is that causes a break in the conversation. So I would, really encourage you to pay attention to how it feels when you give someone a compliment and they rebuff you or tell you no or say, this old thing, this is ugly. It feels yucky, and so to start paying attention to how you as the compliment giver feel when someone rebuffs you. And I think that will give you a little more motivation to figure out how to change that behavior. So then start paying attention to how you feel when you rebuff the compliment. So when someone gives you a compliment and you say, this old thing, no, this is yucky. How does that feel? Really pay attention and build awareness around how the other person reacts, how you react. That way of communicating immediately shuts down the conversation. And once you've started building awareness around how it feels, then I would ask people that are safe, a partner or really good friends or family members that you can feel comfortable saying to, hey, I'm really working on trying to accept compliments. Can you call me out when I don't do that? And so then they can start calling you out and saying, hey, I just said you had a really nice sweater and you rebuffed me. And so you can start noticing how you feel when that happens, what triggers that, why you're not accepting the compliment, and start changing that behavior around people that are safe, and then gradually that will expand out to the rest of the world. So when your coworker says something, you'll be able to accept the compliment. So, really start paying attention to why you can't accept the compliment. Is it because you're supposed to be modest? Is it because you can't be boastful? Is it because they're totally wrong? Is it because you just can't possibly believe anything positive can come from you? Pay attention to the messages around, is it modesty, is it unworthiness, and then start diving down into them. And then start practicing accepting compliments. So thanks for the question, Melanie. I hope that helps. If any of you have a question for Live Happier Q&A, please ask it. Just drop me a line and ask me the question, and you will be on the next Live Happier Q&A. Until then, thanks. Take care. Bye.